Alright guys, what's up? I just wanted to come on and show you guys how I do micro claptons. A couple people have asked and I've just never got a chance to do them, and it's not really a full video kind of thing, so I could kind of show you what I do fairly quickly. Before that, what's up, Outlaw? Before that, I just wanted to let you know I just uploaded the other video on YouTube. So this weekend there was 3 new videos added. There was the Stitched Aliens, Mohawk Aliens, and then that big ass build. So 3 new videos up on the YouTube. Go check them out. If you haven't subbed yet, go sub. I'm trying to get up to 500 so I can start a giveaway on there. The giveaway is going to be something between here on Instagram and YouTube. It's gonna be both of them, because I'm going to try in that giveaway to also reach 7,500 followers. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Redneck? So if you can, go over there, sub if you haven't already. And there's 3 new videos up. This week I'm going to try to get out the frame staple, another basic build, or just starting off video, I mean. So I'm going to try to get a nice tutorial in HD of frame staples. And then after that, I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a kind of an alien or a staple stagger fuse clapton. But this week, I'm making it a goal to get that frame staple tutorial out. Alright? Got that coil art Azeroth on my broadside right now. Shit looks pretty good. So, micro claptons. It was really hard for me to get micro claptons down. Without the proper swivels. So micro claptons, it's really, what's up, Vape and AZN? It's very important to have good swivels when you're doing a micro clapton. Now, when I didn't have good swivels, I was only able to do like 32, 34 claptons, like putting 42 or 44 around something like a 34 gauge or a 32. Now that I have good swivels, I could do 36 easily. And I'm pretty sure I could do just about any gauge easily, 38, 40 if I wanted to. But I'm doing 36 now. The reason why I wanted to come on now is because I already did a micro clapton, and it's being incorporated in one of the builds that's going up. Which also brings me to, there's going to be a lot of builds coming on Instagram on my feed. I have like 6 nice builds ready to go. So, yeah, so the swivels I'm using are, you get them from a fishing tackle place. I think Walmart also sells these. Maybe only some do, but these are the swivels that are really good. Krok, K-R-O-K. Stainless steel, dual rotation, ball bearing swivels. Alright, and this is what they look like. These are only 110 pound. Now, a couple guys on my team have like 330 pound or whatever, but these have been working just fine for me. So these are just really good swivels. They have ball bearings in them, just like the Spin LT has ball bearings, or like a skateboard wheel or whatever, or like a spinner, a fucking fidget spinner. So it's got ball bearings inside of there. And these just been working great. So This is a very important part of micro claptons. You're not going to get micro claptons done easily without these, unless you did something like how Squid Dude showed in his tutorial. I don't know if you ever seen Squid Dude's tutorial. He does them freehand. But these were like $3 for a 2-pack, I believe. Maybe they were $5 for a 2-pack. I think they were 3. What's up, Argyle? So, very important. I have one of them hooked up to my Spin LT, which I'll show you in a second. And then another thing that's really going to help in your drill, it's good to have a high-speed drill when doing this. I'm not using one right now, though. But if you have a corded AC adapter drill, something that goes really fast, it's going to make shit come out. It's going to make it go quicker, and it's going to make it come out a lot cleaner when your drill goes fast and smooth. Now, what else I use for micro claptons is something like this, a bobby pin in the drill. Alright, you could also make something out of like 20 gauge if you want to like make some kind of a hoop to go in there. I've showed that before, but I would say just get something like this, a bobby pin or something, and I'm basically just going to shove my wire through there, and it's going to help hold my wire center in my drill. Alright, so between them two things alone and a good drill that could go pretty quick, that's pretty much all you're going to need to do micro claptons. Alright, so the micro clapton I'm going to do right now is going to be a 3646. So you could do 3640 or 36, you know, anything smaller than 36. It's actually going to be easier if the wire's thinner. So it's actually easier for me to do a 3646 than like a 3640 or even a 42, because there's not a lot of pressure coming to the 36, and that pressure is kind of important. What happens if your swivels ain't good and if you have a lot of pressure is the 36, instead of the swivel spinning, the 36 is going to spin first, and it's going to twist and it's going to break. So you need them swivels to twist before the 36 does. You don't need that 36 spinning and not the swivel, because it's just going to twist it up and it's just going to break. So that's the reason why you need really good swivels. Other than that, after the prep, it's pretty straightforward, just like a regular clapton. It takes a lot of time to get through one. I'm doing a set right now, and I did about a 3 foot or 3.5 foot. Let me see how long I had it. Yeah, I did a 3 foot run the first time. Now you could do them as long as you need it, but all I needed was like 3 feet, because 3 feet will do, it'll do one coil, but what I was doing is, the coil I'm making is actually a stagger fuse clapton, so I really only need half the amount of wire as if I would have if I was doing a fuse clapton, because you're skipping some of the spaces. So I'm doing 3 feet now. That's what I'm going to do now. That's all I need. But around 3 or 4 feet of a 36 gauge micro clapton will get you one coil. So if you want to do 2 coils, do about 6-7 feet. I know some people do like 8 feet or more, but 6 or 7 feet will get you 2 coils when you're talking about a 36 gauge micro clapton. This is just a regular stagger fuse clapton, 2 core. So I guess I can kind of show you what it looks like so far. because I already got one wrapped up. Alright, so I used 34 gauge for the space clapton, and then I used the micro clapton to go in the gaps. Now another kind of micro clapton is what they call a low pro build, which is basically two pieces of ribbon. Alright, so this is a low pro. It's two pieces of ribbon, so I got two pieces of 0.8 here, and they're folded in half. Alright, this is two pieces of 0.8, and they're basically just a fused clapton. So I then claptoned it with 42. So this is two pieces of ribbon folded together and claptoned with 42. And you could wrap these up and vape them just like that, which you'll see in my feed in a little bit. I'm going to be wrapping these up actually together. So macro lenses, don't go expensive on macro lenses. I just go to Five Below and pick them up, or just get $5 macro lenses. They usually work better than expensive ones, to tell you the truth. Alright. So basically both these builds I'm going to incorporate in one build. Alright. And the ribbon, the low pro wire, I do basically the same exact as I do this this micro clapton. One day I'm going to make a nice tutorial on micro claptons and low pro builds, but for now, this is what I got. So I just want to get this out there and show you guys just quickly how I do this. Because micro claptons are a lot of fun, and if you incorporate a micro clapton in whatever build, it's going to look badass. Best Buy, maybe. Where Five Below, where else have I got them from? Best Buy might have them, but it's usually, I think the only place I've bought them, Walmart might have them, but I think Five Below is the only place I bought them that I didn't mail away for, or I didn't order online, mail away for. Alright, so first things first, let me show you what my swivels look like here, my setup that I got. So I got the Spin LT, just like always. Alright. And then the Spin LT and basically one swivel. That's all I need is one swivel. These swivels are really good. I don't need to set up a whole length. And then a hook. Alright. So spin LT and 1 swivel. If you're not using a spin LT, I would hook up like 3 swivels together. Just in case this goes, this will pick up the slack. Alright. And then I take the bobby pin and I get it in my drill and just make sure it's as centered as you could possibly get it. Alright. Very important to have this wire centered because you want it to spin freely. You don't want no binding happening because, I mean, you can just imagine 36 breaks very easily if you're not careful. Alright, and if you get halfway through and it breaks, you're going to be real pissed off. It takes about almost 10 minutes to do 3 feet of with a kind of fast drill. Like, this is what I'm using. This is nowhere near as fast as a corded drill, but my corded drill is it's a little on the fritz and it's very loud, so I didn't want to use it for this video. Alright, and it's good to make sure that wherever you set up your drill, that it is level with your swivels. Alright, so you want this drill to be level with where your swivels are coming out. Alright, so I set it up 3 feet away from my swivel. There's my drill. There's my swivel. Now I'm going to get some 36. You could stretch this to make it straight. You don't have to. It's completely up to you. Stretching it isn't going to make it more brittle, but if your shit isn't spinning good, you might want to not stretch it. But I do stretch it and make it straight. So I basically just take my needle noses, grab the 36, run it out 3 feet. Give it a little more than 3 feet, but I give it a little stretch. And now it's straight. Then I can cut it off my spool. I can't stress enough how important swivels are, good swivels to do this. With the spin LT, you could do like 32 gauge or 34 gauge even if you're lucky, but you're not getting 36 gauge micro claptons. I'm not anyway. So just like if it was 26 gauge, I loop it around my swivel hook here and just twist. Alright, make sure it's nice and twisted on there. You don't want this popping off at all. Alright. Now I'm going to run it down to the drill end. I'm going to stick the other end into my loop. I'm going to pull it tight. Not too tight to where it breaks, just tight enough to where I can now spin my drill in forward motion. think this drill's on the Fritz too, to tell you the truth. And just basically clapping it around itself to get it secure. Whatever, I looped it around. Toonie, what's up? Yeah, you like that Mohawk video? The Mohawk video? I didn't realize, I knew I did a lot, but I didn't realize exactly how much I did until I was taking a picture of all of them. There was 7 Mohawks done last night, so that's how many I did. Alright, I have some excess here, I can just cut that off. Alright, vaping. Alright. What's up, Justin? Yeah, I think I did 7 Mohawks. Alright. So now I'm going to get my 46 gauge. And I just want to find an opening. Usually you could put it right through the bobby pin. These guys ain't going to be able to see this 46 like at all. So I usually just put it through the bobby pin and start twisting just to get it secure around this wire. Now you do want to hold the spool about at least a foot off of the wire. This is going to give you time to get the angle proper to get a nice tight clapton. Alright, so it's basically a regular clapton, but when you start off you really want to watch your swivel. So what happens if you're putting too much pressure on it? So if you're pulling the drill, away from the swivel or pulling the fusing wire too tight, what's going to happen is you're going to bind up your swivel and the 36 is going to twist and not the swivel. You don't want that because if this twists too much, it's going to break. Alright? Alright, Justin. So you want to make sure when you start off there's not a lot of pressure anywhere. And then once it gets turning, you could put more pressure on it. You just got to get this swivel going because the pressure, how do I explain this? The swivel needs, what is it, less pressure? No. The 36 needs less pressure to spin than the swivel does. So you need to make sure that you don't put a lot of pressure on it. The swivel gets turning, and then you can kind of pull it tight and get your feeling down. Alright? So I'm going to start it so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So every time I start off, I'm just watching that swivel and making sure that it's turning. Alright, because if it's not turning, this is going to snap because you're twisting the 36 and not the swivel. Alright. So it's basically just a game of finding the right pressure everywhere, and once you get it, you're good. You can just keep going, and as long as that swivel gets to turning, a little change in pressure isn't going to bother anything. You just got to get that swivel going before the 36. All right. So now I watch the swivel. I'm holding it about 2 feet away from the wire, I think. Alright, I'm not going to bore you guys with this, going down this. It's like 7 minutes to get to the end, like 10 minutes actually, to get all the way to the end, and I just don't think you're going to get any more out of it than that. The only thing I would say after that is you got to make sure that when you're using it to clapton, I usually just do it like an alien. I lay it behind me and clapton, and then when I get to a point where I could actually hold the end of it with needle noses, I do that. So you just want to make sure that you don't pull the clapton off the wire. You don't want to pull the 46 off the 36 when you're claptoning with that micro clapton. I wonder if I could. I guess I could kind of show you guys. Show you guys the low pro real quick. Alright. So a low pro build, it's got a low profile. It sits very thin on the drill bit, and they're actually a really good vape. It's like a fused clapton basically, because 0.8 ribbon is pretty big. So Simple Vape Guy, what's up? So let me just show you how you do a low pro build real quick. You could use one piece of ribbon and clapton around it also, and then use that to clapton, which is something else I'm going to show you guys later. Clapton and one piece of ribbon is basically the same damn thing as what I was just doing. But a low pro is usually 2 pieces of ribbon. It's a fused clapton made out of ribbon, usually with 0.8. If you want a good vape, you're going to want to use 0.8. Alright, so I got 0.8 nichrome. And I'm just going to get out about 16 inches. I'll give it a little stretch to make it straight. Cut it. So some people bought 0.8 nichrome or 0.8 ribbon and they think it's useless, but it's actually not useless. There is actually a lot you could do with it. You just got to get creative. I bent it in half just like a fused clapton. I put the loop on my swivel. I get another bobby pin from over here. Put it in my drill. Just make sure that they're laying flat on each other. Alright. Now when you clapton this, just 2 pieces of 0.8 ribbon. Now 0.8 ribbon, 0.8 by 0.1 ribbon, just like all ribbon is sharp on the edge. So you really got to make sure that your pressure isn't too much. There's no real risk of this twisting and breaking. It's pretty much stronger than the swivel, so you don't have to pay as much attention to it as you did the 36 clapton. I'm just showing micro claptons, and now this is a low pro build, which is 2 pieces of 0.8, as you can see. Fold it, and then I'm going to clapton it with 42. And I'll show you, you basically just wrap it like a fused clapton. It sits down, it doesn't stand up. Alright. So now I'm going to get my 42, and I'm going to put the end of it in between my 2 pieces of ribbon. Bring it down to the end, and just twist it to get it started and anchored in here. And then it's just like a fused clapton. You're clapton it just like a fused clapton. It's going to go slow to see if I can get it on camera good. Now, you absolutely can alien this if you decore 28 gauge. You could alien this, so something to keep in mind. This .8 is a good vape, yeah. It's a lot like Fuse Clapton's, really. It's good if you parallel it with something. That's usually how you do it. You don't want to really just vape it like just low pro. You would want to like parallel it with like 26 or something. I'll show you guys how I usually like it. Yeah, like 26 stainless steel, 26 nichrome, whatever. Alright, that should be plenty enough. No need to waste all my 42. Yeah, I have to close one eye usually, especially when I have like the magnifying glasses on. Alright, so this is, let me get it separated real quick. So 2 pieces of .8 Claptons, 42. So I used to use these, but these are just like reading glasses. They're like 2.5 times vision. But now I got these. I can't get a link, but they're jeweler's glasses. Alright. I got 3 different size magnifying glasses. And a light on the top. Alright. So now you just wrap these just like any kind of basic fuse clapton. And this would be a low pro. Because of how low of a profile it has. I'll show you what they both look like close up in a second. I want to parallel one of them really quick so you guys can see what that looks like. So I'm just going to get some 26 gauge stainless steel. And you could clapton this if you wanted to. You know, clapton it with like 38 gauge or something, 32, whatever you want to do. Give it two contrasting claptons. Usually looks pretty cool. I'm going to take the one. I'm going to put the 26 in between the first two grooves. That's how I got it on my rod. So basically I'm just going to squeeze it in there. And just wrap and it will fall right in them grooves. Alright, so here's the one without the parallel. Alright, and now if I take it, see how low of a profile that is? It's very skinny. But very wide. Pretty basic looking sleeper coil, kinda. Yeah, if I pulled this tight, the 26 would actually, the wire is very springy. So when I mount it, I'm going to pull that ribbon and then tighten down the screw, and that 26 is probably going to stick up higher than the ribbon. If not, it's going to be more the same. It's just very springy, so there's kind of a bounce back happening. The inside diameter is a little bigger than 3 millimeter right now. That's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much what I wanted to show you. The only other thing I guess I could show you, there's only like 9 minutes left of the video. The only other thing I could show you is like if you wanted to clapton a single piece of ribbon, it's damn near the same thing as the micro clapton that I showed you. So let's say I wanted to clapton some point. Let's say I wanted to clapton some 0.3 nichrome. Because I wanted to use it to clapton over something. So kind of like a clapception with ribbon. I'd get out the length I need. Maybe I'll make enough just for a hybrid. I don't really want to run through wire. I get it twisted around my swivel. Make sure it's nice, twisted, and secure. Then I can take it down to the drill end, put the wire through the bobby pin, pull it, twist the drill, make sure there's not too much pressure to where the .3 twists, make sure the swivel's going. It's the most important thing, to make sure that the swivel's twisting and not the wire, especially with the ribbon too, because the ribbon will just twist up. And then you have to make a suka. So now this is a single piece of ribbon on there. Take some 42 gauge, put it through the bobby pin, start to twist. Alright, see how it's on there. I'm going to go close up with this and clapton, and this is just going to take me out of this video. There's only like 3 minutes left, and I got to go to work today. So I won't be on again live for a bit. Actually, I probably won't be on tonight because of Game of Thrones and stuff. But this is probably going to take us out here. You just got to get your pressure right. Make sure that your ribbon's going to twist a little bit. You just want to make sure that it's not twisting too much. You can always untwist it if it's not twisted way too much. It's all about the pressure, or the lack of pressure. Alright guys, so I'm going to see if I could save this video, get it up on YouTube, because it went pretty well. Just a quick little tutorial on how to do micro claptons, but like I said, there's 3 other videos up right now from this weekend. Stitched Alien, Mohawk Alien, and the big fucking coils that I made in the Goon. So go check them videos out, subscribe, all that good stuff. Go check out the Resistance Crew. You need wire, go to Pure Atomist. Check out Zombie E-Liquid. ZombieEliquid.com. My favorite juices from them are Zomberries and Undead Cream. If you're looking for new juices to try out. And just look forward to some builds on Instagram. There's definitely going to be some. So there's 25 seconds left. And that's about it. Everybody have a good day. Get ready for Game of Thrones tonight. I think it's going to be a good one. And that's about it.